Hey guys, it's a tutorial. Okay, so this is kind of just a trial run. I'm just seeing kind of how the whole process works and filming and editing and just trying to actually do my makeup in front of a camera. So that this isn't a crazy long intro, we're gonna get into it. First I start off with this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. So you just need a little dab on your finger. Just go ahead and put that on your lid. I like to bring it up to my eyebrow. Just will help it stay on longer. I recommend eyeshadow primer because it does help prevent creasing, and I do have hooded eyes, so that is something I tend to have a problem with. Okay, next up is now actually my brows. I use Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Ebony. It's just kind of a gel product. And so I use actually Anastasia's brush, tiny little brush, and it does have a spoolie on the other side. So they're not perfect, but that's okay because I go in and I clean them up with concealer. I just use any concealer brush. So I'm going to go in with my Born This Way concealer by Too Faced. Oh, I forgot to mention too, I'm in the shade Medium in this concealer, but I think they've expanded their shade range since then, so I don't know, I think it's like medium warm or something. Once you have your eyebrows done and your eyes primed, then we're going to start on the eye look. So I'm actually going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette that she did with Morphe. I really love this thing. And so we're going to start off, I always go in with this shade first. It's just kind of a good transition shade, which, by the way, transition shade is just kind of, I use it to set my eyes, but really it goes into the crease just to kind of give you a good blending color, if that makes sense. Once you start putting other things on, it's going to help those blend out a lot better than if you just tried to stick them on your eye straight away. It could go well, but I don't want to count on it going well. I just kind of go in a couple times, just make sure that I'm deepening up my crease, especially since with hooded eyes you really don't see that much of the lid. It just kind of creates the illusion that you have a little bit more lid space. This look that I'm doing, it's actually inspired by a YouTuber that I love. Her name is Jackie Eye. I'll go see if I can figure out how to link that in. Next we're going to go in with this reddish shade right there. I have no idea what the names of these are actually. I like to pack it all on right here, kind of in the corner. That's where I like to get the majority of the color off, and then I'll start bringing it over. So most people at this point are saying you should put this color in your crease, which works if you can see your crease, you know, when your eyes are open, but with hooded eyes you can't really so much. So what I've found is if I put it just right above my crease, it doesn't get lost. You see how like I look straight on at you? It's not completely lost in there. I bring it up a little higher so you can see. You want to blend it out well, but you do want it to be visible up there. And so I'm actually going to go in now with this kind of darker version of this color. Go there. And do the same thing, but instead of bringing it up, actually keep it in the crease. So that's kind of harsh, so I like to go back in with the Morphe brush again and just blend it out. Now I like to go in with, this is actually a really good brush for inner corner highlight, but we're going to use it for something else. It's the Morphe E36. It's a tiny little pencil brush, and we're going to go in with this green shade at the bottom. So kind of just on the outside third of this lid, but you're not going to do it on the other one. There, and then also inside, I like to like come from above. Go in with another brush. I use a lot of brushes, I'm so sorry. It's kind of skinny, and pretty dense. Take this brush and go into this aqua color right there. Just kind of get it all over the brush. So where we didn't put this green color, we're gonna put that aqua. Then I take that same brush and I just keep this little like spray bottle of water. It's just like it came in some little travel kit or something. So I take this and I just spritz it once or twice. And we're gonna go into this green shade, this shimmery one, and then we're just gonna go over that aqua that we put there. And so at this point, it's still a little messy, but we're gonna actually go back in with that Mary Kay brush that we went into this darkish red shade, and go back in there. And we're gonna just try to smooth out that harsh line that we have going on here. You gotta be careful with how much you put though, because it is pigmented. And really what you just don't want to have harsh lines. That only works for cut creases, and we're not doing that right now. I like to go back in because sometimes with all the blending to get out the harsh lines, you can lose a little bit. So I'm going to go back in with that pencil brush, the Morphe E36 again, just with that green shade, and deepen up where I had put it the first time. Pretty much the name of the game is, if you think you messed up, just blend. Now I'm just going to take a blending brush I have. It's a Mary Kay one. I had bought a set, which is why I have all of these. And just go through the top and make sure that this is really blended out. I kind of want a little bit more pigmentation up here, so I'm just going to add a little bit. I'm still learning the trick about this whole in focus, out of focus thing, so please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I bought this thing specifically because she used it in her tutorial for this look. It's Tarte's Clay Pot Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner in the color Mint. It's amazing. So, I mean, that's a little wild. I know not everybody wants mint on their eyeballs, but I do. I like gel so much more than liquid. Liquid is kind of like a one and done, and that's it. Like, you either did it right or you didn't. Gel, you can kind of have a little bit more, you can kind of work with it a little better. Now that we have our eyes pretty much done, I'd wait and do mascara at the end. What we're gonna do is prime our face. Now, most people are reasonable and only use like one primer, but I can't help myself. So to start off, I use my Rimmel Stay Matte primer. It's a little purple container. I don't know, it works really well at keeping me matte. And if I haven't already mentioned it, I have extremely oily skin. Next, I go in with a Pore. Oh, it doesn't say it on there because it's so old. But it's my Urban Decay Pore Perfecting Primer. I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry. Grab a little dot of that and then put it on. So my third primer is my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Potion. Again, the whole point of eyeshadow primers is that you don't crease. And so it's really handy for your eyeballs, but I also find it really handy for like my nose area. Like, have you ever seen like when it gets like cakey there and it's not cute, or like laugh lines? And so this helps avoid that. So now that I've primed my face like 20 times, I'm gonna go in. This is a super optional step, but since I have so many acne scars, this is what I found that will help me to cover them up. I go in with green concealer on kind of the worst spots. So once you're done color correcting, doing whatever color correcting you like to do, Then I go in with my concealer again. Preferably one that's like your color, or maybe a little bit lighter. Because I'm paranoid and I don't want to be looking green through my foundation. Okay, so this is my Ride or Die foundation. It's Estee Lauder's Double Wear. I'm in the color, right now, my color is 3W2 Cashew. I put a little pump on it. I just bought a pump because it doesn't come with one. And then I just go through with a damp beauty blender, or actually, this is a real techniques. Because I can speak English. And I add concealer. Really, my all-time favorite is Shape Tape. Sorry, I'm still learning the focusing. So yeah, what was I saying? That Shape Tape. Shape Tape is my pretty much like Ride or Die concealer, but they don't have a color in my skin tone. Like, they don't have like a light, medium, warm tone shade. They have a light one, and then they have like a dark one that's 3 shades darker than me, which does not work. I have to set my face. I have to, like, some people have dry skin, or I don't know what the, you know, foundations claim to set on their own. This one is mattifying. Like, I mean, it's matte right now, but I need this to last. So I go in with Laura Mercier. I'm sorry, I didn't. Here, it's Laura Mercier powder. It's a loose setting powder, I think is what it's called. I don't remember. And I do go in with a decent amount of powder. Usually if you just do foundation, your face looks a little flat. Some people can get away with it, I don't know how. After I have this kind of blank canvas on my face, I like to go on with a bronzer or contour or something. I go in with this contour with, I have the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D, and I almost always go in with the same shade. Can you tell which one? General rule when I kind of do my contouring, I start here at the top of, like, I guess where my ear meets my head, and I bring it down to the corner of my mouth, and that kind of usually follows the same angle as your jaw, more or less. And so that tends to bring more of a natural contour in. I concentrate most of it like here, but you do want to bring it down. That way you don't just have like a line. And then once most of the product is off, I just kind of go like that to make sure it's blended out pretty well and that it's not looking unblended, I guess. I kind of just add a little bit in the temples. Just helps define my face a little bit. None of it's necessary. Well, none of this is necessary, but it's not gonna stop me. Highlight is my favorite thing in the world. Thank you, Naomi, for introducing me to Becca's Champagne Pop. This thing is amazing. Champagne Pop. Go in. I'm gonna use a Morphe M501 brush. It looks like this. Anything that kind of has that shape. Look at it. Can you see that? Oh, so good. When I get better lighting. If you want, for good measure, you can just take a fluffy brush and kind of blend through everything again. I don't do blush, guys. I don't do it. It looks weird on me. I'm not a naturally flush person, and so when I try to put it on to make up for it, it doesn't look good. It doesn't. So I just don't do that. But you can put blush on and then blend it all out like you normally would. This is my Urban Decay All Nighter makeup spray, setting spray. A couple spritzes. I just do that first. I set my face first, and then I go in with my mascara. So here we go with my mascara. Right now, I've been favoring the Urban Decay, I forgot the name, Perversion mascara. I find that this thing works beautifully, like 90% of the time. And then I'll just try it one time and it like clumps up horribly, like awful. It's terrible. But it only does it like once in a while, usually on special occasions or like a meeting night or something. But for the most part, it's really good. I really like it, so I just take the gamble. Yeah. But I forgot to do my bottom lash line, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna take this e.l.f. smudge brush, the smudge brush. It looks exactly like the eyeshadow brush, but smaller. The lighter red shade that's there, be careful, it's pigmented. You'll get a lot more than you were asking for. And I put just a little bit in on the corners here, like on the outer corners, sorry. And we're gonna take that aqua color, the same aqua color that we had gone in with before, and right in the middle. And now that I'm finishing up my eyes, I'm remembering all these things I'm forgetting. So go through with your E36 again, that little pencil brush, this tiny little thing, and grab some champagne pop on it. Go into the inner corner. Look at that. I love it. Okay. Oh guys, I forgot to turn on my light. It's because the camera cut off at some point. There's my highlight. Hey! Hey! Okay, sorry. So, I got sidetracked. I'm sorry. Okay, guys. Depends on the lipstick you use. My favorite formula is actually Anastasia. Anastasia Beverly Hills or Anastasia, whatever. Lo que quieres. But they don't have a nude for me. It's just not, I can't find a shade that works for me, you know? Like, I found Bombshell by Huda Beauty, and let me tell you, this is the color for me. There it is. All right, so that's the tutorial. Thank you guys. So thank you for watching this tutorial. Let me know what you guys thought of it. Let me know in the comments below. Here we go. I'll do this little thing. So let me know in the comments below what you guys are interested in seeing, what kind of looks you're interested in. Thank you for watching and for supporting me, and hopefully I will be back relatively soon. Subscribe so you can stay tuned to see when new stuff comes out, and on my Instagram, what is it, LilyVanilly Beauty? Just came up with that. Somebody called me that, and then I kind of forgot about it for a little while, but then Kim was trying to get me to come up with a name for what I would call, I guess, this venture, and she kept trying to get stuff that like had alliteration in it, like Lily's little, what'd you say? Lily's little looks or something? I don't know. I just didn't like it. I was like, I don't want to do that. So, but then I remembered, she was like, well, why don't you at least do something that rhymes? And I was like, you know what? Somebody came up with a nickname that rhymes for me. So then LilyVanilly was born. And here it is. So that's the story. That's a long story to tell you absolutely nothing. But anyway, for now, I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.